Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, and I'm coming on here with another yarn yakking video for April. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other items. They're up for sale in my Etsy shop. It's linked down below in the description box. If you could favorite the shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot, and I do appreciate it. So yarn yakking videos are basically me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I do. If I have any, I guess we're going to add this to the list. If I have any donations for charity, which I do. If I have made any purchases, which I have, and finished objects. And I do have some stuff to show you today. So let's get some admin stuff done before we go into that. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast. Go check it out. You have to answer 3 questions to join. I promise they're easy. And all the links for everything I talk about are going to be down below in the description box. You can follow me on Instagram. That's at Roselikescrochet. Feel free to tag me in any giveaways that you see over there. And that is connected to a Facebook business page. So anything that gets posted on the Instagram automatically goes over to the business page. So if you're not on Instagram and you want to see what I post over there, you can go ahead and follow me on the business page. So other than that, in the Etsy shop, there's a link for a spring shop down below as well if you want to get some Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about, which is something we're going to talk about all year, is random acts of crochet kindness. So I decided this year to do a contest or a make-along, and it is Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. You can check out a Facebook group with that same title. I'm not affiliated, but it's linked down below if you want to go join. They have patterns and files and stuff, things that you can print in the Facebook group. So what I decided to do is that for every month this year, we're going to pick an item out of a bag. It's just a random item. And Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, you're just supposed to make whatever little thing you want and leave them in places with a little note on it that says, "I'm free, take me home." And it's just basically to make you feel good, and maybe hopefully the person who finds your item will feel good about it too, or get a smile on their face. So I'm having a contest every month. If you want to join the contest, you can. If you don't, that's fine also. But in order to join the contest, all you have to do is send me an email with a picture of your Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. And you just need to tell me how many you made and where you left them. And then at the beginning of the following month, I'll read off where everyone left their items, and then that way you get an idea of where else you might be able to leave your Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. So there's no limit of how many you have to make. You can make one and leave it somewhere or give it to someone, and that qualifies you to enter my contest. Or you don't even have to enter. It's totally fine. There's a little tiny giveaway at the end. It's just a ball of yarn and a stitch marker and some stickers, and it's just a fun little project to make you feel good. So since we're on the topic of Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, this month is flowers. So you can make any kind of little flower and leave it wherever you want. And I did make them, I think I showed them in the last video. I did make my Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. And someone in the comment section, and this is why I love you guys to leave comments down below. Someone in the comment section said I should add a button to the center of the flower to make it look prettier. So I did. I did post a picture of it in the Facebook group, but I will show you what they look like. So I hot glued a little button to the center of my flowers, and then I wrote up a little tag. You know what? I'll insert the picture here so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what I posted in the Facebook group, but if you guys aren't on Facebook, you wouldn't have seen it. Anyway, I found some buttons. So I hot glued some buttons to the center of the flower to make it give it a little oomph. There is the red one. And then I also had pink ones in here, and I'll show you what a pink one looks like. So I just did these the other night, so I haven't been able to obviously leave these anywhere. So I get to take these with me now and leave them in places. And I'll show you what my sign says. And I just hand wrote it. And it says, "Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I'm not lost. I'm just alone. If you like me, take me home." So that is that's mine. So I think I made 11 of these. I don't know. I showed them in the last video. So now I have them in my baggie, and I'm going to take them with me as I go on my adventures for the rest of the week and leave them in places. So anyway, that's Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. If you guys want to join along, my email address is down below in the description box. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about this probably every month until the end of October, is we're doing some charity work on this channel for a group that is not far from me in the suburbs here of the Chicago area, and it is called the Generous Crafters. So the Generous Crafters, they have a blog, and it is linked down below in the description box if you want to go and check it out. You can read all about where they donate to, but I talked to the person in charge over there, and I asked her if we would be able to donate. And because the past couple years we've done it where we pick an item for the month, because I just find that to be easier for everyone to not have to remember 15 different things that if they want to donate. So the item of the month for March were washcloths and soap sacks. The item of the month for April, which is this month, are makeup bags and tote bags. Now, 90% of the time, and there is a list down below in the description box if you want to check it out, and there's also a list in the Facebook group. You can knit, crochet, any pattern, any color, however you want to do it. So obviously the washcloths could be anything, knit or crochet, but we're done collecting washcloths and soap sacks. And for the makeup bags and the tote bags, it can be any pattern, any size, any design, however you want to do it. You can even purchase them if you want to. Now, there are also 2 anytime items that you can send in. So the anytime items are prayer squares, which look like this. They were kind enough to give me some as a sample so I could show you guys. So this one here is knit, and this one is crochet. This one just has a cross charm on it, and this one has the cross done in bobble stitches. And then you can also do if you sew, you can do one of these 3x3 squares. So this is 3x3. These are supposed to be 3x4. And if you want to, you don't have to put the cross on there. What they're going to do is if you just send in a blank square, they're going to have these printed out, and there will not be a cross on it. It will be non-denominational. So the prayer squares, these are anytime. You can send them anytime you want. And you can knit, crochet, sew, however you want. So 3x4 on the crocheted and the knitted ones. The other item that's an anytime item is a 6-inch granny square. Any color, however you want to do it, 6 inches. And what they're going to do is they're going to take those granny squares and they're going to put them together and make blankets out of them. Okay, so that's for the Generous Crafters. So speaking of Generous Crafters, I have 3 donations to show you today that came in for the Generous Crafters. So I'm going to get my Random Acts of Crochet Kindness out of here. So the first package that I have came from Melanie, and she is also known as the Fluffy Tote Bag Girl. Now, I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but I think she has an Etsy shop. So if I can find it, I will link it down below. And normally she puts a note in here, but there was no note in here this time. And I can't remember if she has cats or not. So she put her stuff in a Ziploc baggie. And there's no note on it. So Melanie, I apologize, but I don't know if I should open this or not because I can't remember if you have cats. The thing with cats, if you want to send me anything and you have kitty cats, just put your stuff in a plastic baggie and let me know you have cats so I don't open it because I'm highly allergic. Anyway, Melanie, you are fantastic. She sent this huge bag of washcloths, and they're absolutely beautiful. Look at all the colors. And oh my gosh, like look at that one, you guys. I love that color and this combination. So Melanie, thank you so much for the washcloths. So remember, you guys, that was for March, and the soap sacks were for March. So we don't need any more, at least for now, we don't need any more washcloths or soap sacks. Now we're just getting into the makeup bags and the tote bags. And of course, the 6-inch granny squares and the prayer squares are anytime. So Melanie, thank you so much. And leave a comment down below if you have a channel or if it's just your Etsy shop. Okay, so the next package came from my buddy Kim. And Kim is the Regretful Yarn Addict, and I will link her down below in the description box. She has a YouTube channel, and I have met her several times, and she is just a phenomenal, phenomenal person. And I can't wait to meet up with her again. So this was on the bag, on the back of the bag. I'm not going to, oh, she's just got a post office box on the front, but there's just a doggy sticker on the front. She believed she could, so she did. And I think that should be our motto here on YouTube, right? So I have a card from Kim, and let's see what Kim says. Rose, sending along a few granny squares for the generous crafters. Also wrapped up separately is your gift. You are truly one of the most generous people I know, and I feel so lucky to call you a friend. Love, Kim. Kim, I feel the same way about you. Now, the gift that she gave me, I already know what it is, and it's not appropriate to open it right now because we're discussing the generous crafters. So maybe later on I'll show you guys what that is. Okay, I'm going to show you the squares that she made. Look at how pretty that is. And if you guys want to check out her channel, I am going to link her down below. I don't know why you wouldn't want to know who Kim is, because she's phenomenal. We have some purple squares here. There we go. Oh my goodness. And then we have a lot of green. And that's going to be amazing because we already have so many donations of granny squares that the people who are going to be putting together these blankets are going to have so much fun picking out colors for their blankets to make. There's those. And then there is that one. So Kim, thank you so much. And you got to let me know when you're up in my area again so we can get together. But if you guys can please go and check her out, I would really, really appreciate it. And Kim, thank you so much for this. Maybe I'll open it later. I don't know. Okay, and I have one more package for the generous crafter, so hang on a second. All right, you guys, so the last box that I have is from Terry, and she's from Maryland, and she wrote on the box, no cats and no note. So thank you so much, Terry. She sent a bunch of prayer squares. I'm going to show you guys, and they kind of got squished in these little baggies, but I'm just going to show you the colors. But you can see here, she's got a cross on there. So she's got these two. Yeah, and some of these are not squished. This one has a couple in there. There's like 3 in that bag. And then there's 3 in this bag. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see the cross right there. There's another one in this color, which is all squished. And then we've got some green ones here. Oh my God, these look amazing, Terry. This one is squished. These are squished, but that's okay because they'll come out of the bags. And then here are a bunch of orange ones. I gotta get going on making some of these. So these are all the prayer squares. Thank you so, so much, Terry. And then she sent a ton of granny squares. Okay, so are you guys ready to see all the granny squares? There's piles and piles of granny squares. Well, you are so busy, Terry. So I'm gonna just show you all of the granny squares that she sent, just so you can get an idea. You can do any color combination. You can do them solid if you want, as long as they're 6 inches, because that just makes it easier for them to put it together. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. I think someone sent in granny squares that had like a heart in the center. They were really, really cool. Look at that. It's a snowflake. See, you can do all kinds of different patterns as long as they turn out to be 6 inches. And there are some more. Look at that. Oh, I like that yarn. These are just great, Terry. I mean, this is like a whole blanket right here in the box that she sent. And remember, if you guys, I always encourage you, if you've been around, oh, look at that snowflake. If you've been around me for a little while, you know, I always encourage you to donate locally if you can, because that helps your own community and it saves you on postage. But if you do want to send anything for me here and the Generous Crafters, then I really, really do appreciate it. Oh, look, there's another snowflake. I really appreciate it. I know the people who are going to get your donations are going to appreciate it. We've done charity on this channel for a couple of years now, and I guarantee you people are very, very much appreciative of anything that they get, especially handmade. Now, I know that we talk about as crocheters that some people are not crochet worthy. Oh, look, hold on, there's the heart. but I guarantee you the people who are getting these donations are very crochet worthy. So Terry, thank you so much for all of these granny squares and for the prayer squares. I really do appreciate it. Now I think the item for May are baby hats. So the only catch with that is that they can't be preemie or newborn. So they have to be bigger than preemie or newborn. So that's it for the Generous Crafters. If you guys ever have questions on what we're donating or where it's going, please feel free to email me or leave a comment down below. Okay, so I think we got through our two big things that we wanted to talk about. And then I did want to talk to you guys. I made a Mary Maxim purchase and I was going to show it in the last yarn yakking video, but I ran out of time. So I think I'm going to grab that and show you that first because I don't even remember what's in the bag. Yeah, hang on a second. All right, guys, so it looks like I ordered this on March 31st, and I swear it was here last week because I didn't have a chance to like show you guys. Okay, shipping was $4.99, and let me tell you, they packed this package really, really well. So I'll just go in order here. Lion brand ice cream roving yarn. Okay, so I got 3 of these, and they were $4.04 each. So is that 3 for 12? So 3 for 12, I think. And this is what it looks like. Ice cream roving divigation. And I have used this for baby blankets before, and it is so, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so this is, I'm going to tell you about this because I don't think any of the stuff is discontinued. This is Lion brand, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 437 yards, 400 meters. It's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic, machine wash, warm, tumble dry, normal. Let me see if it says where it was made. The color is called Pixie Sticks, and this was made in China. So 437 yards, and I have 3 of them. So this will easily make a baby blanket. This would even make a really pretty shawl. I wonder if that would be enough for like a hexie-cardi because that's really pretty, except it's roving. And I feel like you can see it's kind of brushed. I have a feeling it would get like worn out real easy. I don't know. It's super duper pretty. So I got 3 of those right there. And then let's see what's next on the list. Lullaby yarn story time. So I got Mary Maxim Lullaby. The color is called Storytime. I got 4 of these and they were $2.42 each. So what is that? 4 for 10 or something like that? 4 for 10. So let me tell you about this one. 100% premium micro acrylic. It says it's a number 3. It is 236 yards, 216 meters, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. And let me see if it says made in Turkey. And let's see, care instructions, machine wash, cold, lay flat to dry. And like I said, that's a number 3. And I thought this would be really, really pretty for a baby blanket. Oh my goodness gracious. That would be perfect. So I got 4 of them because I usually use anywhere from 800 to 1,000 yards on a baby blanket. And that will be perfect. So I just finished making a bunch of baby blankets. So this is going to probably go in my stash until I'm ready to make some more baby blankets. Okay, the next one is I got this Premier Basics Shimmer Worsted. This was $3.23. It's called Peppermint. This is a 4-weight, 216 yards, 198 meters, 4.23 ounces, 120 grams. 97% polyester or acrylic, 3% metallic polyester. It's got the Oeko-Tex standard for 350 harmful substances. They recommend 5.5 millimeter crochet hook and knitting needle. Machine wash, warm, tumble dry, low. Made in Turkey, and it is sparkly. And you know what? I think I forgot to tell you about this other yarn. About what size, I don't know if it said what size hook to use. It does. Hold on a second. It does. I just didn't read it. This is saying 4 millimeter knitting needles on this one. They don't even give you a recommended hook size. So just knitting needles. And then on this one, the recommended needle is 5.5 and oh my goodness, 6.5 on the crochet hook. So 5.5 millimeter knitting needles and then a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook on this one. Okay, so we got that. And then I got Bernat Premium, and it is also sparkle yarn because sparkle yarn is the best thing ever. So Bernat Premium, this was also $3.24. And it's definitely a hot pink. It's not that blander pink. It's like super hot pink. Let's see about this one. So this is all stuff you can get on Mary Maxim, you guys. The color Hot Pink Sparkle, it's a 4-weight. They recommend 5 millimeter knitting needle and crochet hook. It's 97% acrylic and 3% metallic. 5 ounces, 142 grams, 258 yards, 236 meters. And made in Turkey. So I got one of those. I love sparkle yarn, you guys. I also got this Bernat Softy Chunky. I got 2 of them. I don't know why I got 2 of them, but I got 2. This was a closeout color, and these were $1.61 each. So I only got 2 of them. I don't know why. These are 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 108 yards, 99 meters, 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry. Says it's a 6 super bulky, 8 millimeter knitting needles and crochet hook. And let's see, made in Canada with imported fibers. Way to go, Canada. So we got 2 of those. And then the last thing I got, which I have never had before and I wanted to try it, is this stuff called Premier Fable. And these were $5.66 each. So I picked up 2 of them to see what they were like. And let me tell you about them. These are 131 yards, 120 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 90% acrylic, 10% polyester. Made in Turkey. The color on this one is called Pixie. Machine wash cold, tumble dry low. And they recommend 10 millimeter knitting needles and crochet hook on there. So that's got orange and purple and beige and turquoise and like a sea foam green. They're pretty. I don't know if I was thinking of doing amigurumi with these or like a big bulky hat. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. So that was my Mary Maxim haul. And then I went to Joann Fabrics again because I was with my mom and there was a really tiny Joann Fabrics by her house and I had to go in there. She's like, listen, you just go in. I'm not walking in there with you. So she refused to come in there with me. Anyway, they had like literally a 4-foot section of yarn left and an end cap of a red heart granny square. I did ask the worker there if they were planning on getting any more shipments, and they said they were no longer getting shipments and they would probably be closed by the end of the month. So let me show you what I got. Hang on. All right, you guys. So the prices on everything were a little bit of a better discount, I think because they were getting ready to just close their doors. There was hardly anything left. So I will tell you that the yarn was all 40% off. So I only got 4 balls of yarn. They only had 1 ball of Bernat blanket yarn left. They had a bunch of plush, but it was like this like salmon, like a light salmon-y color, and I didn't want any of that. They had 1 of these left. It's a Bernat Blanket Brights, and the color is called Red, White, and Boom. So I got this for $7.19 because it was 40% off. They had only a couple balls of this Big Twist Twinkle. They didn't have any solid colors. This was the only color they had in anything Big Twist at all. It's called Hot Pink. And I got this for $3.89. So it was also 40% off. They only had like 2 left of this Red Heart Bitty Stripes. I don't have this color. It's called Sunset Beach. This one was on sale for $5.69 after the 40% off. And then, like I said, they just had an end cap of the granny square. So they had this one. They had a bunch of them, but this one I don't think I have. So I got this one. It's called Black Cyberleaf, and this was $5.69. So that was, I mean, they really had nothing to choose from, but it was 40% off. So I picked up what I could. I got the last 4 balls of yarn for myself at Joann Fabrics. And I don't know if I'll still go if there's one close by, but there's probably not going to be much left. So I also went into the bead section, and I'm making some things with, not perler beads, pony beads. And I thought these might work also. So this is, I'm going to tell you, this was 40% off. Original price was $3.99. So I got these for $2.39. And I'm hoping that they work for the project that I want to do. So you guys will hopefully see that in the next video. And then all the buttons were 50% off. So I don't know if you guys remember last time, I was all about the buttons. So I did find some buttons. There wasn't much left. I got these two buttons here. They're kind of big for what I like to use them for, but oh my gosh, they're so pretty. So those were 40% off. These also, two more of these blue ones. I got two of these yellow ones. They only had one of these flowers, and I had gotten one of these last time. I don't know if you guys can see the little flowers in there. And this store had two of them, so I picked up both of those. So that was all my shopping. Like, I was excited to get the stuff that I got, and that Mary Maxim stuff is really cool too. But other than that, I have not been shopping for yarn. I just haven't had any time. So I think this Saturday I'm going to that place called The Greener Good. I'm meeting up with Lynn, and hopefully they'll have some yarn there. So I'm gonna go and check it out. Okay, so that's all my acquisitions. So I'm going to show you guys some finished objects. I already showed you my random acts of crochet kindness, but I got a bunch of stuff on the table here that I need to take pictures of and get it ready for craft fairs. But you know, I told you guys I was buying these buttons not only to do 3 button cowls, which I haven't done any because we're going into spring, summer, but also for towel rings. And I have 4 stacks of towels here that I'm going to show you guys. Let me just clear this off. Hang on. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna show you my towel rings that I make, and I'm gonna tell you about the tutorial that I use when I make them. So it is always linked down below in the description box. I use a tutorial from Creative Grandma here on YouTube, and it is called the Quick and Easy No-Sew Towel Topper. And she uses a 3-inch metal ring. So I'm gonna show you, I've actually purchased metal rings from 2 different places. The first one is Hobby Lobby. They have these in their macrame section. This is a pretty good deal. 6 of them for $2.99. And then the other ones that I found were on Amazon, and they are this one right here. And I think these are $5.99 for 6 of them. So I would highly recommend that you shop around for them. I prefer to use the metal ones, but that's just me. So I also used all of these buttons, plus there was some more that I had that were loose in my button box. So I was able to use all of these buttons for my towel rings. And so those are gonna go in the recycle bin. Very excited to use up that stuff, use up my stock. And then I will tell you that I use a 5.5mm crochet hook, and so does Creative Grandma in her tutorial. So I'm gonna show you, I haven't taken the tags off the towels, but I will tell you, I do prefer only 100% cotton on the towels. And I also prefer to use 100% cotton if I can for the yarn. And that's why I can tell people that they don't have to worry about it like burning up or melting, you know what I mean? Because like if you use acrylic yarn, it could possibly melt if it gets too hot where it's by. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over and show you the towels and then the towel rings. And if I have I'm pretty sure I have the yarn in front of me, but I haven't taken any of the tags off yet because I just wanted to show you guys. But I do take these tags off before I put the sets together and get them ready for sale for my customers. And by the way, these will be up for sale in my Etsy shop probably by this weekend because I need to take pictures of all of them. And I like to take pictures of them actually hanging with the towel ring. So these are the towel rings that I made for this one right here. And you can see the buttons. I try to match the button to something on the towel. And I also try to match the color of the yarn to something on the towel. So this one, I believe I used We love yarn, and it doesn't really take a whole lot of yarn, you guys. We love yarn, and I believe this is recycled cotton from Hobby, Hobbii. So that's those two right there. And you guys, these don't take very long at all. It's just that I made like 30 towel rings and I'm very picky about matching the colors. So it's more like the preparation for me on this takes longer than it takes to actually make the towel ring. Okay, so there's two right there. I'm just gonna put them on I have a bag on the floor. I'm gonna put them right there. Okay, this next one, this set, I believe Paula picked out for me from Kohl's. And again, like I said, all of these towels are 100% cotton because I really just prefer the 100% cotton ones. I don't like the way the other ones feel. I don't think they're as absorbent. So these towels right here, I made these rings, and the pink, because there's like right there, there's pink, like there's pink. And I liked this color button. I mean, I know there's nothing floral on here, but the button matched that. So this one, let me see if I don't think I have a ball band for this. There was not, I was using scraps and I don't think there was much left on this one. Okay, here it is. So this one is using Big Twist Favorite Cotton. And obviously we're not gonna be able to get that anymore, but if you have any in your stash, this color is called Hyper Pink. So that's what I used for this one, this towel and that towel. All right, and then we'll get to this one here. I had 4 of them. So I had 4 of these, and these have lemons and bees, and what else does it say on here? I'm trying to think of, this was on clearance. I got these on clearance last year at Meijer. So it's a Meijer grocery store. And then here are the rings that I made for this. And I thought the yarn had all of the same colors as the towel. And so that's why I chose that yarn. And then the button is just a solid yellow. And the yarn that I used for that is from Hobby Lobby called Crafter's Secret, and the color is Lemon Lime Twist. So I'm going to say that most of these I did not have full balls of yarn, so I can't really tell you exactly how many yards it uses, but it's not a whole lot. So I've got 4 of these towels and I've got 4 of these rings right here. And the reason I wanted to get these all done is I have the craft fair on Mother's Day weekend. It's a garden and flower show, and I figured these would be nice and springy looking, right? For maybe someone will buy them. All right, the next one is these Be Happy towels. These also were on clearance at Meijer, which is a grocery store chain. And I used this color on the towel ring. And then you guys, I found that button. Doesn't it kind of look like a beehive? A little bit. And look, I mean, I was so excited to find those buttons. This is the yarn I used. It's Lily Sugar and Cream, and the color is just called Cream. So that's what I used on these right here. So those will go through the ring, and then if you're not sure how that works, you just, here, you know what, I'll show you one of them. But I'm going to, you make this little loop at the very top, and then this goes around your oven handle. And oh, this is it's a chunky button. Okay, so this goes around your oven handle, and then you just put the towel through there, and then it hangs on your oven. And then that way you could just pull the towel out and switch up your towels. So that is the Be Happy set. And like I said, I am going to list these in my Etsy shop. I already have other ones listed in the Etsy shop if you guys want to go and check it out. Okay, so we're going to get to the next stack because I have 4 stacks. Okay, the next one here are these like wine towels. And we found these at Ollie's, and it was $4.99 for 4 towels. So I'll show you, and these will be listed, like everything I'm showing you will be listed. It says, I have a date with Merlot. And then this one says, fine as wine. This one says, life happens, wine helps. And then the last one says, wine flies when you're having fun. And the funny part about that is I think that's hilarious, but I don't drink wine, you guys. I don't drink any alcohol, so. Anyway, there's the towel rings. This color yarn has like some beige and black in it, and I thought that worked well with this. And then the button is like a sparkly button, because isn't like wine, shouldn't it be, I don't know, not bubbly, sparkly? I don't know. I don't drink it. This is the yarn I used for that. It's a Lily Sugar and Cream, and the color is called Overcast Twists. So that is this one right here for the wine towels. So there's 4 of those. So there's 4 of the rings. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to see those. Okay, the next one here I have 2 of. It is this, there's bees on this one too. These were on clearance at Meijer. And the cool thing is this tag says 2-in-1 functionality. Classic flat tea towel surface is ideal for drying glassware and reverses to absorbent terry cloth for everyday kitchen tasks. So I think that's kind of busy, but the colors on the towel match the colors on this yarn perfectly. And then the button is just a white button. This is also Big Twist cotton, and the color is Sea Turtle Splash. So I've got 2 of those right there, and there's 2 towels. So I'm telling you, I was just busy, but I was busy matching stuff. The next one is this one, which I've had for, I think this is like from last summer at Walmart. Bring Your Own Sunshine. And then the towel rings I made are this orange color with this really pretty blue. See, it kind of matches right there. And then this one is, I believe it's this Lily Sugar and Cream. And the color, I believe, is Hot Orange. Yes, Hot Orange. So I've got those 2 right there. And then we've got 4 of this next one. These were also on clearance at Meijer, the grocery store. Oops, I lost one there. And these, they were not $1.79 on clearance, I know that. So they're very like lake anchor water, water-ish. So I made, these are the towel rings, and the buttons are like a sparkly aqua. I didn't have anything that was like an anchor or sea related or anything like that. So this was Lily Sugar and Cream, and the color on this one is called Marine Blue. Very appropriate, right? So I've got 4 of those and 4 towels. And then we've got 2 more stacks, you guys. Let me see if I can get them over here. Okay, this is a one-off. There was only one of these left on clearance at Meijer. It says $4.19, but I don't think I paid $4.19 for it. This is also one of those 2-in-1 towels. And then I use this green to match the green in here. And then I just used a red button on that. And the green I used was Crafter's Secret. And the color on that is lime, just called lime. So that one is just a one-off, but it will be listed in the Etsy shop too. So just one there. And then we've got these stitch towels. These again were a good find by Paula. Hi Paula, hi Philip, hi Carolyn. And I used this yarn, which is also pretty busy, but if you look at the colors, it's like perfect. It's perfect. And then look at how pretty the button is. I know no one cares about the button, but I cared about the button. So 2 of those, and the yarn I used from that for that is Crafter's Secret, and it's called Turquoise Rainbow Bridge, which I don't know that that's an appropriate color for a yarn. I'm just saying, it really is not. So 2 of those. So the one towel looks like that, and the other towel says Hello Summer on it. And I'm not going to sell them as a set. If people just want to buy one, they can just buy one. So, oh wait, where's the buttons? There's the buttons. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. And then we've got this one, which was also a bargain that Paula found at Kohl's. So there's cats. I mean, I really like cats. I'm just allergic to them. So that's the second towel, and this is the first one. And the orange yarn I used for this is called Dishy. And the color number is, I don't know. It says lot number 5. It doesn't have a color name on it, but it's worsted weight cotton yarn. It's just like Lily Sugar and Cream. And then a pink button on there. So there's 2 of those. I'm telling you guys, I was on a mission. Here's another set from Kohl's. So it's so good, you guys, to get stuff, even if it's out of season. If you can find stuff on clearance that you know you'll use, I'm telling you, you should go for it. So this one, I'm not really happy with the color of the yarn. The color of the button matches pretty well. But, you know, I don't know. People might change the towel anyway, right? And just want the ring. I mean, I'm going to sell them as a set. But anyway, so here's this one. This one, the yarn is Big Twist cotton. And I believe this one is not 100% cotton. These are 85 cotton and 15 polyester. So there's that one. So this one has the cat and this one has the rainbows on it. And there's the rings for those. And then we've got 2 of these. Don't talk to me unless I've had my coffee. And then there is blue to match the blue right there and the red button to match the coffee cup. And it's got like a little design on it. And the blue I used for that. And the next one is this ice yarn. I don't know if it's called macrame cotton. There's no color number or anything on there. And it's really hard to work with this. It's not soft at all, you guys, but it matched. And so I used it. So there's those 2 there. And then this, I also used the same yarn. And this one, whoops, it's really windy outside, you guys. Lakeside is my happy place. So the same yarn. And then I found like that white button with that square in it. Okay, we have one more stack, and then I have one other thing to show you. I think I might not have time to show you guys. Let's see here. Okay, so this stack right here, I have 3 of these. These were also clearance from Meyer, and this was after season last year. So I've had these in my stash for literally like almost a year. So I really love the towels. The yarn was Dishy yarn, and this is from Knit Picks We Crochet. It says lot 5 also. Bumblebee. Oh, there is a color on here, you guys. It's called Bumblebee. This one doesn't have a name. Fox. Okay, that one's called Fox. This one is called Bumblebee. And those are the towel rings, just plain blue. So that's going to be that set right there. And then I only had one of these. Enjoy the Little Things. And this is like a really, I don't know, like this color is like this really deep forest green. And I thought it went well with this towel. And then the beige button right there. Nothing, no fancy pattern on that. And that one is also a Dishy, which you can't, I pulled out like the guts of it and it vomited. Let me see if there's a color on this one, because I'm pretty sure these are still available. This is called Douglas Fir, and it's Dishy from Knit Picks, if you guys are interested in that color. I thought the color was really pretty. I want to use the rest of this and make like a washcloth or something, because it's really, really pretty. Okay, so then we've got a couple more. We've got 3 of this one right here. This is Enjoy Life. It's delicious. And these were, let me see here, either Dishy in the white, or it was this Sugar and Cream, and it has scent to it. And it's just called Powder. So I'm not sure which one, because I think the rest of these are all white. So it was one of those two. So I've got 3 of those, and then I thought that button matched it pretty well. So I still have to go and take all of these little tags off, and I still have to take pictures of everything. This one is just says love with the paw prints on it. So it's just a white towel ring with a black button. And then the last set, you guys, oh no, maybe, okay, one more ball of yarn to show you. Okay, so the last set is this set that Carolyn picked up for me. Hi, Carolyn, at Ollie's when she went there and picked up some yarn for me also. And this is the Pioneer Woman, and there's 4 different color towels in there. So I did, for this blue one right here, I did this with the white button, and that blue yarn is Crafter's Secret, and it's called Turquoise. And then for the one on the back, I did the same thing because I thought this went really well with this color. So I did these 2 for the blue towels there. And then there's a yellow towel in here, you guys. So I did white with a yellow button there. And then there is a red towel. I know this is so obnoxious. I should have just taken all these tags off, right? So I did a white ring with a red button. So I have some work to do because I have to take all these apart and then get pictures and then put these in my bag for that craft fair. Okay, so that's it for the towels. Now, the only other thing I'm going to show you, and it's going to be quick because this is a long video, is because I've been promising you guys I would show you my drop stitch scarves. And I have made some more on the Addy knitting machine. Now, I don't have a pattern because I use like 3 different tutorials on YouTube to make them. So I just highly recommend, if you have an Addy knitting machine and you want to try one, you need to just go through a couple different tutorials and see which one you like, because I used one technique from one and then one technique from another, and then someone shows you a different way to cast off, and so I have a bunch made. The last time I made drop stitch scarves, I also made hats to go with them, and this time I did not make any hats. So I have lots of leftover yarn, and I really enjoy using the Caron Simply Soft with this, but there was some other brands of yarn that I used also. So let me grab them. Hang on. All right, you guys. So these will be up for sale in my Etsy shop also. And I appreciate, by the way, the last time I showed them, I sold like 5 right after that. So just so you guys know, I really appreciate if you do make a purchase in my Etsy shop. I super appreciate it, but you don't ever have to do it. But some of these colors are duplicates of what already sold. So I'm going to show you. Let me see. I'll start. Let's see. And they, oh my gosh, they're so fun to make. Okay. So I'm going to show you the colors here. So, and it's kind of hard to tell. I might have to take my hoodie off and show you guys what they look like, because it's not going to look right with the hoodie. So here is one of them. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. So this one was using a Yarn Bee Soft Secret, which I don't think they make anymore. And the color is called Burgundy. And these, I believe most of these were full balls. So this is how much I have left. And I will tell you, I use 100 rounds on the Addy knitting machine king size to make these. You know what? I'm going to take off my hoodie so I can try it on. Hang on. All right, you guys. So I'm hoping you can see this. Isn't it just so pretty? It's just a little decorative scarf. I think that it would be great for the summertime because it's just light and it'll keep your neck warm. Like if you're in like a theater or something or a restaurant. I don't know. I really like them. So that is one of them. And then I'm trying to just like move stuff around here. Okay, this is another one. So I'm just going to show you guys like that because I don't know how, like the best way to display them other than to put it on, and I don't want to put every single one of them on. This one is Caron Simply Soft, and the color is called Blackberry. So that is this one right here, and I still have quite a bit left over from that. I probably could get most of a hat out of this one on the knitting machine. So there is that one. We've got this one, which was a ball that looked like a Caron Simply Soft, but it had no label. So I don't know what color that is, but this was all that I had left. It was smaller than a Caron Simply Soft. So there is that one right there. And then I've got this one, which is Caron Simply Soft, and the color is called Berry Blue. So there is that one right there. I know it's kind of hard to see how they're gonna look, but they will look just like this. Maybe I should try on a lighter one. Let's see if we get a lighter one here. So you can see. Okay, this one right here is Caron Simply Soft, and it is called Fuchsia. And it is more, it's not burgundy. It's coming out burgundy, but like this one is more burgundy than this one. So this one is called Fuchsia. And then we've got this one, which, oh my goodness, I love this one. It's so pretty. This one is a Caron Simply Soft Speckle, and the color is called Riviera. So that's what it looks like in the ball, and that's what it looks like as a drop stitch scarf. So there's that one. Of course, we had to have purple. I think the other one that we had that was purple, it sold. So this is Caron Simply Soft, and the color is called Iris. So there's that one. We've got this one here, which is just so pretty. Oh my gosh. This one is Caron Simply Soft, and it is called Robin's Egg. Oh my gosh, I would love to make a hat out of that. Okay, I'm gonna try this one on because it's a brighter color. Hang on. All right, guys, see, isn't it just so pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love them. Okay, this one right here is red, and it is also Caron Simply Soft, and the color is called Red. So there is a red one. I believe that one sold last time. This one here was one of the smaller balls of the Caron Simply Soft that did not have a label, and I used all of it. So this one might be a tad bit shorter than the rest of them, but not by much. So there is that one. Then we have, here, we'll do this. We only have two more, guys. This one right here is also a Caron Simply Soft. And the color on this one is called Royal Blue. So this one did not have a whole lot left over. There's that one. And then the very last one I did, I wanted to try this because I got some yarn from a friend. Thank you, Kathy. It is Premier Anti-Pilling. I wanted to see how it would look in the machine. It's called Autumn, and it doesn't look bad, except that it's not very springtime-y. Like I'm doing summer craft fairs, and I don't want to bring brown. I don't know. Maybe I had some other colors that were like muted like that, fall colors. And once I did this one and saw how it looked, I think it doesn't look bad. It's just not for the time frame that I want it in. So this one is the Premier Anti-Pilling, and it's called Autumn. So that's, oh, I have to show you what I was going to use to display them. Hang on. All right, you guys. So this was the thing that, this was the item that I picked up at IKEA. I think I showed it in the last yarn yakking video, and it is like a scarf hanger or a belt hanger or something. And I thought that this might work for displaying these scarves. So let's just see what it looks like if you put it in there. Oh yeah, you know what? If I open it up a little bit, maybe. Because how would it look if you have to display something like on the very top? You know what I mean? How are you going to see all the other ones? I'm not sure how to do this. You know what I mean? So here's like, oh, I guess if you do this and just layer them, right? Then you'd be able to see what they all look like. So there would be another one, and there would be another one. So you would see all the colors, right? Yeah, you would be able to see all the colors. So I picked this up at IKEA. I don't remember how much it was. And I was hoping to use this to display the scarves. And I think it might work. Hang on a second. Let me put some more on here. Hang on. All right, you guys. So I put all of them on there except for this one that I'm wearing. And I think that's not, I mean, I would have to obviously make it look nicer than how it looks. And I still have room for a couple more. And I do have quite a bit still in my bin for my craft fair. So maybe I would not display like these darker ones and just put like the lighter ones on there. And I do have a mannequin bust that I can display one on so you can see what it looks like. Oh, I love that, you guys. Check that out. Oh, I'm so excited I got that. I don't think I would get another one of these because I don't think I have, excuse me, I have enough to put, because there's some holes that are empty on here. So that's what it looks like, you guys. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Isn't that enough? So remember, Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, send me your email if you want to be entered into my contest. You just have to send me a picture and tell me how many you made and where you left them. And then for generous crafters, this month is tote bags and makeup bags, and anytime donations are 6-inch granny squares and the prayer squares. And I have nothing scheduled, no shopping. I haven't done any shopping. So I will probably come on next week because I do have other finished objects that I can show you. And I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight because this video is extra long as usual. You know, let me know, you guys, in the comments. Do you prefer the longer videos? Do you prefer shorter? I just don't have time during the week to make more than one video. So I figured while I'm sitting here, I better say as much as I can say. Let me know. Leave a comment. And by the way, you should leave a comment all the time anyway, because I love hanging out with you guys in the comment section. I do respond to every single comment, so leave me a comment. Oh, and Kim, the Regretful Yarn Addict, thank you so much. I already know what this is. I think I'm not going to open it up on video. If you guys want to know what she made for me, go check out one of her last videos. I don't remember which one it was, but she shows you what it was. Yeah. She's a trip. I love you, Kim. All right, you guys, that's it. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.